Tax breaks for corporate sounds lovely. It gets a bigger profit, which means they pay out bigger dividends, which means shareholders are happy. In today's episode, we're looking at Walmart. Walmart is one of the corporations that received tax breaks in the past few years. And with that, they have expanded into new markets. They have raised their wages. However, inflation exists. So even though they have risen their wages, it's still not enough to pay rent and groceries, which are also going up in price. And even though they employ over 2 million people, they're not living a great life. Why? Because most of them are part-time workers and contractors, which means that the hourly wage might have gone up, but you might have a few less shifts. Do you understand? And the turnover rate is also different. Part-time work is a job, but what happens when you have debit orders due, but then your manager cuts your shifts for the month? Contractor work is used by corporations because it allows you to access labor without having to pay for that person and all that they come with as an employee. They want to get the job done and send you on your merry way. Like, look at a company like Amazon. They have an employee turnover rate of 150%. So technically, there will be an employment contract drawn up where you say, this is my rate, they'll agree to those terms. Technically, a job has been created, but the quality of that job is what's up for debate now. So when you do part-time work with these companies, like at some point you want those employment benefits, you want your company to contribute to your IRA, you want career growth, you don't want to be doing the same thing forever and ever. You want some type of status within your company, you want respect for all the work that you've done. So you do want career growth. So now when you see that there's no upwards mobility within the company, it's like, why even bother working here? So to recap, Walmart did use the tax break money to perform stock buybacks. However, they also used the money to expand their operations and better pay their workers, especially management. It's just that their employee base is made up of mostly part-time workers. So that pay increase isn't really a big deal because they don't have consistent work already as it is. They have shifts. So one month you might be worked to the bone, the next month you might not have anything to do. That's not an ideal situation to be in, especially when it comes to budgeting. Because how can you now say, oh, I make this much a month? How do you know? You don't know that you're going to get picked next Saturday. You don't know that you're going to have shifts consistently the next 3 weeks. The manager might not call you, bro. Or the manager might call you twice as much. You never know. I think about now when you're trying to get a car, dog. Imagine you have a car payment, bro. Some months you can pay it off. Some months it's tight. Some months you miss the payment, dog. You're not able to pay it in full. Now your credit score's going pew. Interest rates are going ding, 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 ding. See, contractors and gig workers are free. You understand? They get to be their own boss and set their own hours. Which means that if you don't make rent, you didn't work enough hours, bro. You had the freedom. You're not being told what to do by the man. You get to set your own hours. But yeah, man, we're not trying to demonize part-time work. Maybe it's your side hustle. Maybe you're a student, bro. You don't need the full-time job. You just need something to do on Saturdays, To wrap it up, the overlying commentary is that the gig economy, the contractor economy, part-time work, it's growing. You need to understand that you gotta increase your income streams. You gotta find all these different ways to make money, dude. You gotta tap into a formula that works for you, because otherwise you're gonna fall behind. If you just rely on one single job and then you lose that job, or something happens and industry changes, now your industry is not popping like it used to be, so you get fired. You need to be able to withstand all that. You need to be able to pivot. So just keep your mind open, keep your eyes up, scan the field, make the right decisions. Peace out.